three unbeaten teams in this season's Champions League. Lazio and Barcelona, the co-favourites, and Valencia. Tonight, Manchester United must do what Bayern Munich and Bordeaux and Glasgow Rangers have been unable to do, and beat the Spanish Cup holders. And the public address system has just revealed to this packed house now what we've known for the last 10 minutes or so, that Roy Keane is staying, and that really has lifted the temperature at kickoff. But here's Mendieta trying to lift Valencia from the kickoff. Gary Neville playing alongside Yapstam, coming across to halt his progress. And Mendieta goes on and crosses it dangerously, and Phil Neville hits him against Stam. And here's a dirty chance for Ferry Nos, and again, and it twice denied by Roman van der Haar, and Manchester United could have been behind inside 40 seconds.
Oh, that's a brilliant play here from Mendieta. Takes two defenders on, cuts it back. It's a lucky ricochet. Ferry Nos hits one straight down the throat of Roman van der Haar, and his second one's a very tame effort. But what a let-up, and what some excellent play from Mendieta.
Cole to Scholes. Giggs. Away from Anglomar, now can he catch up the ball? Yes, he can. Crossed in towards Cole. Oh, it just wouldn't bounce kindly. It's come out to Beckham, though. David Beckham. Heartening, though, from Giggs.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, he's positive. He's tucked in tight there. He's got a great ball across the box. A little bit more luck there, and that could have come down to Gunnar Solskjær. Beckham may be a bit ambitious, particularly with Philip Neville powering up on the outside. But that would be the plus point at the moment, at the start of Giggs.
Keane was under pressure from Ferry Nos, and the referee was very close, was penalised the Spaniard.
The other thing they're lacking without York, and I know York hasn't been in his best form at the moment, Clive, is somebody that pulls out off the front. Normally in European games, Alex Ferguson always likes that. He likes sharing him in there for the simple reason, somebody that can come off and hold the ball up and allow midfield players to come up to them.
David Beckham is placing the ball very carefully. Andres Palop looking rather nervously in the direction of the free kick.
Is that within about 2 yards where he slotted one past Barcelona last season, isn't it? It's very close.
It's Beckham. All clipped in towards Giggs, and flicked on to Irwin, and now to Andy Cole. Blocked. Come for Solskjær. Well, he always hits the target. Didn't really get hold of it. Palop's save was pretty comfortable, but the free kick was ingenious.
Great chance, clever play. Everybody expecting the big blast. Can't quite turn Andy Cole, but when this comes down to Solskjær at this level, that's entitled to be a goal.
Oscar Carboni. Claudio Lopez has taken his eye off Carboni at the very moment he delivered the pass. Solskjær, that's nicely played. Ryan Giggs. Cole making a run to his left. Beckham straight to his right. Giggs goes on. Ran into traffic eventually, and the ball was just deflected, squirted by the right-hand post of Andres Palop.
For a moment, you know, when that's in flight, after the little deflection, it's good laying off, good front running there from Giggs. When you get the little squeeze on the tackle for half a minute, I bet the goalie thought that might have been drifting over him.
Midpoint in the first half. Beckham takes. Goalkeeper did just enough. This is Solskjær. Easy for the goalkeeper this time, although he decided against catching it. There wasn't a red shirt anywhere near him. Might regret that. Beckham with his left foot, headed away by Djukic. Irwin. It looked like a handball by Mia, but he got away with it. Well, that looked like a handball by Oscar. Mendieta.
Yeah, both the wide players screaming out for the ball off Mendieta there, but he was looking to play the little quick one against Lopez then.
That's Kim Milton-Nielsen, who was referee on this ground during Euro 96. In charge of Valencia, the Argentinian Hector Cooper joined Valencia in the summer after taking Real Mallorca past Chelsea to the Cup Winners' Cup final last season, where they were a little unlucky to be beaten at Villa Park by Pavel Nedved's late goal for Lazio. Without prompting in his press conference yesterday, Alex Ferguson referred to this as a seriously big match. His team were up against it in Zagreb in October and came through. It's a free kick. They were up against it in the semis and the final last season. They couldn't afford to lose to Bayern Munich here a year ago. And they've been required to produce, as world travellers generally have.
This presents them with a great opportunity, though. They have had it looked as if they're vulnerable, Valencia, on anything set play. The marking doesn't look particularly good. They look as if they get numbers in there, and Pellegrino tries to latch on to Stam, and then everybody else just seems to stand still. Once or twice, Solskjær's got himself into unmarked positions.
Ryan Giggs is volunteering, and it will be David Beckham. Oh! Clipped the crossbar, and Andres Palop, Valencia goalkeeper, is still waiting for the free kick to be taken, I think. He didn't know it had happened.
Oh, there's great pace on this, and that's very unfortunate. That pity he couldn't have got a little bit more to come down. I mean, the keeper's nowhere. Hasn't got a prayer, the keeper. That's a great strike.
Claudio Lopez has gone on here, and Gary Neville just managed to intervene. Very nicely done by Ryan van der Haar. Played most of Saturday's game, his 30th for the club, and he's played in big matches for Manchester United. Semi-final of this competition against Dortmund, quarter-final of this competition against Monaco, the European Super Cup against Lazio earlier this season. Trouble is, United lost all those. He's Beckham. Maybe not a lucky goalkeeper, a good one, but not a lucky one. Beckham's run a free kick. Carboni having some problems with David Beckham. Has made himself available again. Beckham giving him a blind eye. It is Giggs this time. Turned away by Carboni. Just beat Beckham to the ball, that was all. Neville. And towards Solskjær, headed down by Carboni. It's Keane! It had to be Roy Keane! The perfect day for the Manchester United captain. He breaks the deadlock with 7 minutes of the first half remaining. 38 minutes into the next stage of his Manchester United career.
And if that's the winner, you know he wants to get straight in for a rise. I mean, it's a very, I think, was it Mila that got ahead, a very weak header. He's come out to him and the number of times to tuck things away from there. It's a little nothing situation, really. He's just on the edge of the box, picking up the drops. One touch, bang.
Well, he scored 8 goals for his manager this season, Roy Keane, and 5 of them have come in international club competition, 4 in this competition, and of course the winner in Tokyo last week. Phil Neville has lost it to this man Mendieta, trying to get a shot away, which Keane managed to block. Just that one additional minute to be played. Keane got out of his bed this morning with his future still officially in the balance. He has put pen to paper during the day and committed himself to Manchester United to the year of 2003, and he has celebrated that occasion by scoring the only goal of a crucial match. Only Real Madrid and Barcelona have won the European Cup for Spain. For all their problems at home, there are high hopes again this time, with all 3 Spanish representatives winning their first-round groups. Valencia, let's not forget, along with Lazio and Barcelona, the only 3 unbeaten teams in the competition this season. That's under threat. Angloma. Gary Neville. Keane into the path of Phil Neville. Beckham has got ahead of him and wide. And as Beckham tried to break forward, Phil Neville played it behind him. They just about managed to link up. Beckham's done well. It's got away from Farinos. Beckham thought it was deflected. No altercations with tonight's referee as yet for David Beckham. He came through his reunion with Diego Simeone here earlier in the year without too many problems. I'm sure they'll all get together at Christmas, the 3 of them, and talk about old times. Giggs, cut out by Björklund, and then by Angloma.
Yeah, we could see then there was a crowd scene in the box. United had red shirts flooding in there. That's encouraging, that.
Owen to Keane. Owen is onside here. Plenty of red shirts ahead of Keane. Headed away by Carboni. As here it was that Keane seized upon for the Manchester United goal. Now Beckham, wrong footing Carboni and feeding Solskjær! Selected to score goals. Ole Solskjær has scored Manchester United's second within 2 minutes of the restart. They are in control.
There's some great play by David Beckham here, but look at the defender gifted him. The defender's actually left it. I think if Dukic's the sweeper's actually left it. No, it's not.
Pellegrino, isn't it?
It's Pellegrino has left it. The full marks to little Ole Gunnar. He's straight in there, 2-0, and that is almost, well, there you say it. No, you didn't.
Mendieta, played by Phil Neville. It's brought the crowd to life. Another capacity at Old Trafford, officially 54,606. You try getting a ticket. Mendieta's header. This is Oscar's header. And then Gary Neville's header. Now Anglomar, he had time to set himself. Good one-handed save that by Raymond van der Haar. Has been called on twice in height and has been equal to each challenge.
That's a brilliant save, that.
Anglomar was allowed too much time on the edge of the penalty area to set himself.
Yeah, excellent save. I mean, Anglomar's had it, he's tried to steady it. He's got a strong arm on it as well.
Scholes losing out to Mia. Oscar, Mendieta let it run cleverly. This is Carboni. Crossed in towards Claudio Lopez. Well, we know all about him and his goal-scoring reputation. And that is the first clear side of the Manchester United goal he's had tonight.
Yeah, would have been a lucky one. He got a deflection off Phil Neville. Carboni's ball in here that just takes the pace out and drops in Lopez's path. Stretching a little bit, but that's a great chance. He didn't have to take it early here. He could have run to the ball closer and got his body over it. That's a great chance. A big let off that from Man U.
Björklund to Anglomar. Now he's got away from Dennis Irwin and in behind Manchester United to a stretch. 3 in support of Anglomar. Great chance for Oscar. And 2 great chances in as many minutes for Valencia. And still, Manchester United lead 2-0.
Well, that's a giveaway, isn't it? That's great power from Anglomar. Picks his man out. If he stays over it, he must make the keeper work here. At the very worst, keeper's got to make a save from him. And that's a balloon over the top. That is 2 great chances within the space of a minute.
Mendieta. Stam across, blocking out the line. Right, I don't know that Yapstam made much contact with the ball. It's sort of shoulder to shoulder. Mendieta has got the free kick.
You feel they need to produce something from this particular situation if they're going to have any chance of getting back in the game. And Mendieta and I'm surprised Lopez is around. And Mendieta and Lopez normally are the people that like to dip.
Claudio Lopez on the far side of the ball and Mendieta nearest to it. Oscar just behind him. Mia isn't too far away either. It's hit by Claudio Lopez and another very good save by Raymond van der Haar.
It's a well-played shot. Perhaps hasn't got the pace of a Beckham free kick, but it's still a well-played shot. He's had to make the distance across his goal to pull off the save.
Dutchman's been excellent tonight. Mendieta with the corner. King was at the near post. I'm not sure the ball had already gone out of play or not. It's a throw-in fact, to Valencia. Claudio Lopez. Well, good header by Gary Neville, who just had to adjust to clear. Mia. Here goes Mendieta, but Phil Neville with some good defending this time. Just when you think Manchester United have got Valencia where they want them, another threat.
Exactly right. I mean, really, it's one of the, in a strange sort of way, it looks one of the most comfortable games you've seen United in Europe, considering the quality of the opposition. But then all of a sudden, you know, little bits of passing movement, so Anglomar pushes forward, or something happens with Lopez and Mendieta, and they're back in with a shout.
There's going to be a change to the Valencia lineup. Number 17, Juan Sanchez, is to replace Oscar. Sanchez, who is a Spanish international and who is an out-and-out forward, and who's played quite a lot alongside Claudio Lopez in attack for the Spanish team, although Adrian Ini, the Romanian forward, has been keeping him out. He's ill at the moment.
You're not surprised at that, though, are you? You've got to give Claudio Lopez some support. And to be fair, Oscar hasn't really produced much. Missed a good chance just after half-time.
About a quarter of the match for Valencia to turn things round with their change. They've got some defending to do first, and Stam's on the way forward here to join the likes of Cole. It's Beckham, in towards Scholes! Fabulous third for Manchester United. They're home and dry. A match they had to win has all but been won.
Absolute brilliance. Perfect balling. Defenders all looking for the big guys. The little ginger lad comes in, the local lad. Oh, seems to glide past people. Terrific glance, terrific finish. Similar to the one he got against Poland, but this time he headed it. Great goal, great goal. He is a little gem.
But Manchester United have real daylight between them and their opponents now. And that delivery from David Beckham, absolutely irresistible again. A flick from Beckham. It's lovely stuff. Keane and York combining. Beckham, a lovely flighted pass to Nicky Butt, who was body checked by Ongamar on the edge of the penalty area. Shame there was an advantage there. Giggs was going to, well, I was going to say chip one of the goals of the season. He missed anyway, but it is a free kick. The referee has pulled play back. Wonderful approach play. The manager said that he felt that Manchester United's form was returning in Tokyo. Despite their excellent results this season, he hasn't been altogether fussed with some of their performances. And a little sign of their touch and ability. And here's a yellow card for Farinos for not retiring. The whole posse of Manchester United players, including Stam, Keane, Gary Neville, just you can't believe it's going to be anybody other than Beckham. Beckham has provided 2 goals for Manchester United. Scratch of the head, but his standards are pretty high. Maybe high enough to be the European Footballer of the Year. It's a couple of weeks before we'll know whether or not he's won the vote. This is Pellegrino. Farinos coached in towards the edge of the penalty area. Irwin's header. Ongomar's up there again. Irwin manages to clear. Here comes Dwight York. Solskjær is up with him. It's those two against half a dozen defenders. York. Now played back to Giggs. Looking for York. Manchester United back to anything like full capacity, do you think, yet, Ron?
I think they've been very impressive. Once they got over that early stage, I thought they were going to be in for a very, very tense night the way it started, but goals do make a difference in games, and the first goal, quite frankly, I think has decided the game.
That goal was scored by Roy Keane 7 minutes before the break. Oli Solskjær and Paul Scholes have added to it since. Mendieta is trying to get one back here for Valencia, but the ups and downs lasted the night. Sanchez. Vlahovic. Farinos. Now Mia. Vlahovic was getting a bit of a tug from Gary Neville. Tried a little back heel, and it was a well-struck shot by Juan Sanchez.
That was good little football, good build-up, nice little threaded ball through, clever back heel, fairly well-struck shot that typifies the night for Valencia. It's gone straight down the keeper's throat again.
Solskjær. Beckham. Curled it. Well, Valencia have had their moments tonight, but Manchester United have had many, many more.
He just took the ball, half cut it, and then tried to spin it around the keeper's left hand again, you know, and that's his confidence oozes.
Manchester United's 90th match in the European Cup produces their 50th win in the Premier competition of which they are the holders. They continue to be the holders of Roy Keane's future. It was on the day he signed a new contract for the club who steered them into the lead. Ollie Solskjær and then Paul Scholes both fed off the excellence of David Beckham's delivery to give Manchester United an emphatic victory on a night when Sir Alex Ferguson demanded victory of them. The smile on his face tells it all. They will return to action in 3 months' time in Europe with their chances of progressing still very much intact.